Let's get it!
Broadcasting to you from a little grass shack in the middle of the Pacific.
Live in the place to be.
Well, they're actually in the Bay Area.
Yeah!
But they are the premier Pacifica show that shines a spotlight on positive Pacific Islanders.
You listening to the sound of
Role models coming brown every Thursday night at 6.
East to west, we getting hurt.
Brought to you by Pacifica by Design. It's the iconic Faika podcast with your hosts, Naki and Carl.
What's up, Naki? You ready?
I'm ready.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Season 8, EP 15, and we do not have a guest. So you got Naki and me all day, the whole show. What are we going to talk about, Naki? We're going to talk about what we did in the last week, what we got coming up.
What didn't we do?
The community events.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a busy summer with community events, and we're already looking at, entirely packed May. Booked and busy is the term that you and Krimawi are using.
We're booked and busy.
We are booked and busy all the
Let me
way
just tell you
into the fall. So that's what we're going to talk about. And we're going to do, as usual, our community announcements that we do every week. And Naki has pared them down to what's coming up in the next few weeks. Because if not, that would be the whole show.
Talking about all I try to narrow them down to the next few weeks. You might get a little bit that's out there, but
What's good?
What's good? So we were crazy busy this past weekend.
Running.
I feel like we were crazy busy this past weekend. And so we got it. Okay. So the Felafani Festival happened Saturday, the 4th. And Eri. Hey, Eri.
What's up, Eri?
Levasa Apparel is on. We love Eri.
To Modesto.
Yes. So go follow Levasa Apparel on all social media outlets. Shop Pacifica. So we went to Felafani Festival. Now, this is why we are going to show up at these events anyway, because we just
are you saying that even if they aren't as amazing as Felafani was, we will still be there? Yes,
we would still be there no matter what. We don't need an invite. If we see the flyer, that means it's public.
We're just crashing it.
So we are coming. So the fly, of course, we have them as guests on Vonnie and her team.
Hey, shout out to the community for letting us. We show up, and I know people may roll their eyes and go, "Oh my gosh, they're here again!" But everybody smiles and gives us time and shares space with us. So thank you to the community because we're coming anyway.
Yes. So I loved. So okay, Felafani Festival. The thing about that is people called. Like Vonnie really was the first one to reach out a month before, maybe even 2 months before the festival, to ask if we would be able to come. And then Auntie John,
well planned out that
it's very
she can be too far ahead. So if you are really well planned out, it works in every community but ours.
Yes.
You ask us a couple months ahead of time, you better remind us because we'll probably forget.
I don't forget. I don't forget. When people invite us personally, it automatically goes on our calendar. So I don't forget, because especially if you ask me in person, I'm touched that you asked us in person. So it goes on my calendar right away.
We wouldn't forget them because they were on the show actually.
Yes.
So there's no way to forget them. And man, I hope they do that again. We're going to go into what we saw, but it was amazing.
It was
great
amazing.
Great
energy.
Energy.
It was a really good energy. They had it at Philip and Sala Burton High School in San Francisco. It started at 1-ish, and we left a little bit early. But we left after it was done.
Down
yes,
rain.
It was
the
pouring
whole
rain.
way.
Right.
That's actually why they started. I think everybody was
late because of the weather.
So they that's a community movement.
Yes.
Not everybody's here. We're gonna move it back a little bit.
Right.
And what an amazing.
It was such a good event. And I think they were waiting for the pastor too, because he was stuck in traffic because of the weather. So the kids did a great job. All the kids that were there did a great job. The MCs were great. Our community pulled up like nobody's business. PJ was there, and I was happy to see PJ because he was at the Polynesian Heritage Awards later on, and I was dying to see what he was going to wear because he's always the flyest cat in the party. Yeah,
2 outfits.
Yes,
the Felafani outfit.
Yeah,
and the Polynesian Heritage Awards.
Yeah, outfit. So a lot of our community was there showing support for Felafani Festival, which was put on by 3 T's, which is don't tell me. Tupulanga, Talavo, and Tulai. That's the two Felafani Festival. Benjamin Bloomfield Powell. Hey, Ben. Thank you for tuning in. I'm sorry, I'm all over the place. Mary is. So the festival was on Saturday. It was pouring when we got there. And by the time we left, the sun, or even by the time the show started, the sun had already come out. And so it was dry.
It rained right up to the point where it didn't taper off.
Yes.
It just was pouring down rain. And then finally it stopped. But we were thinking like, man, we were actually, when we left your house, it was pouring down rain so hard that we were thinking, I hope that the red carpet thing comes off.
Right.
Because if it was raining that hard, it would have been hard to have any event. But the rain let up and they put on one of the most energetic, the best vibe. You had Patsy out there dancing. You had the MCs were doing such a great job.
They did a great job. Yeah. It was really fun. And the kids were fun. And Patsy surprised everybody and came out and danced and got her groove on. So we have that. We caught it on video. So go to our page so you can catch Dr. Patsy Tito doing her thing.
She wanted to dance in coordination with the young man on stage, but I don't think he was just dancing.
Yeah, he was just dancing and then took off. They did a really good job. They had raffles and it was so much fun that when they called your number, you had to dance your way to go get your gift. And the crowd was really good. Everybody danced to go get their prize or their gift. So it was really good.
Except for one person. There's one person that did not dance so everybody was being good about it. And then Naki won. And what did Naki do?
I handed it to Creed. I mean, regardless, I got a raffle ticket. If I win, I'm not winning. I was just going to say, move on to the next person and I gave it away. I gave it to Creed's sister.
When I saw you were the winner, I was like, ooh, is Naki going to dance over there? And she just immediately handed it away.
I would have needed a drink for that one. I would have needed to have a buzz on to dance.
People had some moves getting up there.
Yes, Creed did really good too. So they did a great job. I was so proud of the kids. It was Balboa High School, like PI kids from different high schools around San Francisco. And they came together for the Felafani Festival. They all created their own dance moves, dance routines. And so Vani was really proud of that they did that. And so each Balboa High School, Philip Burton High School, downtown, and then middle schools participated as well. Every single kid did such a great job. I advise you, if you miss this year, you shouldn't miss next year because it's really a great moving event. Makes you so proud to be with the kids and watching the progress and seeing what they're doing. They could be doing other things.
Kids could be doing a lot of different things than doing, cultural events and dances and singing and those things. But because it was at Philip and Burton High School, because that's where PIYA graduates or used to graduate. And that's a much more formal event, right? This was fun.
Yes.
There's just the vibe was fun the whole way.
The raffle, Annie did a great job with the raffle.
Absolutely.
And she's always funny. So I love that they did that. So that was it. And then the food, the bomb. The food was so good.
Naki has if you have $20 and you got to get a plate, what would you get? I'm just gonna say I would get the same plate that Feolofani put out there because every bit of that, every piece of food
Yeah.
in that plate was bomb. I mean, and that it was crab potato salad. It
It was so good.
I mean, everything there was
So
amazing.
on the plate, because I'm a fat ass, they had a crab potato salad that was so good, like the crab potato
Ridiculously
salad
good. At
that
the Amu
is
barbecue.
at the Amu barbecue.
Is it the same?
I think it's the same person that made it, in my opinion, because it was that.
It was
good.
just as good.
They had fali fufai, and then faspovi masima, which was nice and soft. And I'm not going to say whose plate it is, but sometimes I get plates that the faspovi is hard. No, thank you. So I was kind of hesitant to taste it, but it was really good. I mean, it was so good.
We were driving. I was driving away. There's another funny thing. Is we parked on the hill. And we had walking down the hill was perfectly fine. Naki and I were good walking down the hill.
Walking up the hill?
Walking up the hill. We got there and
I was
like,
dying. So, and then we left the mic on the stage.
You mean we? You left the mic on the stage.
I left the mic on the stage, and then Carl went back to go get it, which while he went back to go get it, I was changing
into red carpet
my
outfit.
Red carpet outfit.
That's how
on
busy
the street.
We were.
Yeah.
She was changing. I don't even know if she got into the car to change.
I didn't.
There were luckily no little kids around. Naki changed. I got back the second time, and I was like, I was ready to pass out in that car. But as I was turning around, I saw her take a second bite of the Fospovi, and I was like, oh, it must be good. Because normally she's good for a bite, and then she gets picky and goes, I don't like it.
Yeah. I don't know who made the plates at Feolofani, but I'm going to need their phone number. Yes. I'm just going to need their phone number.
There's my answer to Naki's question all the time is what $20 would you put toward the plate?
That was the plate.
Give it to whoever did the plate.
That was the plate. I know I'm such a foodie girl, but it was so good.
There's a lot of times
they had sapasui.
The fa'i.
Yeah.
Sometimes
I was kind of surprised that you were eating the fa'i. But what did you say about the fa'i?
It was firm enough that you had to use a knife or use the a fork
soft,
would barely get it to cut.
Yeah.
That's perfect for me. Because when it's too ripe, it's mushy. I don't like the texture.
It was so good though. That plate was perfect. I don't know who made the plate, but Bonnie, I'm gonna need that person's number. I'm gonna need that person's number. So we also, the pastor Fatlava said the prayer. Him and Tina were there. So it was good to see. I hadn't seen them for a while. You see, that's your 5 hours, so you see him often. So it was good to see him and Tina.
What struck me when Pastor, he was talking in the beginning, and he always does things that just to me connect, right?
Yeah.
And he had asked, if you're between the ages of 14 and 20, raise your hand, to the kids that were performing. And a lot of them weren't hearing him. So he actually made a point to stop and get the kids that were age 14 to 20 to raise their hands. And it was a good point. It was a good percentage of them. And then he pointed out, those are the age of the disciples.
Oh, that was a good one.
Of his disciples. And it really put into context of how powerful people are early on in life.
Yes.
Right. A lot of times we look at a 14-year-old or a 20-year-old and think, oh, wow, they're so immature.
Young.
They have all this stuff to go. And then when he said that, I was like, wow, I knew the disciples were young.
Yeah.
But putting that really put it in context. That was a good piece.
Yes, that was a good piece. Yeah. When he that was good. So it was good to see him. He hit out of the ballpark for me with that one.
Yeah. That really got my attention.
Yes, that got my attention too. So that was good. Feolofani was a really great event. If you missed this year, don't miss next year. They made us Miley Lays. So that was very nice of them to do that. It was so sweet. We also used our new gear. You want to talk about our new gear?
Oh, we had new mic setup, a new Go Live setup that we were testing out at the red carpet. Actually, we used it a little bit at Feolofani. We found out that one of the things we need to do is we need to get portable internet connection that is good, because a lot of our Go Lives kind of petered out at Feolofani. That's why there's some that are like 20 minutes long and there are some that are 5 minutes long. So we learned a few things, but I it's going to be a different event presence for PBD. We're going to start streaming events. So we're starting to put that together, and we saw those pieces come together on Saturday, especially at the red carpet event and
with EPV.
And really, we are like a poor man's EPV. I look at EPV and I'm like, dang, look at that equipment.
All the time we run into EPV, you're always like
that equipment envy. I'll go where I'm like, oh, I've seen that on YouTube.
Richard and Mel do a really great job. So after the kids did their performance, we were there until the end, and then we ran to
and stuffed our faces.
Yes,
we ate one of the
we were eating on the way.
2 plates. That was funny. So I went back to get the microphone, and they were like, "Oh, and she was trying to give me the tickets to make sure that I got the food. I'm like, I'm positive now. I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure Neki got at least 1, if not 2 plates. 2 plates. So we devoured one of them on the way over and got there just in time. They were just setting up. They were just getting the red carpet set up. And what a great venue they have for that event.
It was a South City Public Library or Civic Center. Go on without me.
So you had been there the week before, right? For the Sister to Sister event.
Sister to Sister event. They had it there too.
A week before. And I think Naki spoke about that on our last show.
Yes.
Right? It was a really powerful.
It was a really, and it's a nice venue. Same room. They just set it up a little different. And so when we got there, Reno and his siblings and the PICP team were setting up, and Reno was walking like a robot, kind of.
Reno and Hamilton, because they were hobbling around.
And being
if you didn't know why,
they got their pass.
They got their pass
the same week.
They were in there doing it, and of course, Mose and Sam Masoli got there, and I was like, oh, I can't believe that he's still here. He's even here because, and Mo's like, well, what do you mean? I go, he got his pass, and no shame in their game. Reno was walking by, and they're like, hey, let's see they had him lift up his shirt, and wow.
Yeah.
It's amazing, but it was just funny how the Samoan man was like, hey, let me see that. Lift up the shirt. Let me see. And he obliged, and then Hamilton was like, they're both limping around.
Yeah. That week, Hamilton, Binge, and Reno got their betas at the same time. And all 3 of them were there, like walking like robots, but they thugged it out. Thugged it out. I might have passed out some Advil. But we get to the red carpet. The PICP team was setting up. They did such a great job. It was beautiful inside and out. We thought that they did have the red carpet outside, and then when it rained, they brought it inside. But then it stopped raining, and they were like, it's too cold outside. And so they kept it inside.
Good setup. That are really good setup.
Yes, very nice.
And the community really cooperated, right? Because you came in from the inside, you had to walk across the room to the far side to register, get on and then come back to go through the red carpet. And I was thinking, I wonder, this is going to be, no, everybody was just like, what's the program? Okay, we're lined up. And so people were lined up going one way and then lined up to come back to the red carpet.
Yeah.
Completely were going out of the way to make sure that they were accessible. Yeah. So thank you to the nominees, and especially people that aren't nominees that just decided, hey, I'm going to go through that and let Naki shove the microphone in my face.
Right. And a lot of the entrance was where they registered, but some people came through the front of the building. So you would come, like you said, you were coming past the red carpet, register, then come back around.
But
so it was really good. They did it. Yes.
It was complicated. Yes. Throw some of the pictures
PICP, their team did a great job.
Yeah.
Hammy, Binge, Oliva, they were at the bar holding it down. That is DJ Sila, who now has opened up a bar, a club in San Carlos, DJ Sila. She's everywhere. And then that is K Nova and his beautiful wife. He performed that evening. He did everybody was excited to see him. Hey, Flo's checked in.
K Nova's a previous winner.
Yes, he was the first winner of the Swamp Cat Swamp Cat Entertainer of the Year award. Flo and Sam sat with us. Linda Massoli, Mo, and of course, Mo, our picture.
Flo got up and was doing the Tahitian dance.
Miss Skinny, we forced her to get
Skinny
up. She's
lady.
like, no,
Skinny
no.
lady.
We're like, get up there and show them how it's done.
We're sending the skinny one up there.
Yeah. And then this is Tommy and Camille. They won Manuia Polynesian Review, won the Lifetime Achievement Award for over 30 years of doing the work that they do there, the shows that they perform. So they did I love Tommy and Camille. Camille is such a sweetheart. Of course, we ran into her in New York last year. She brought some girls to compete in New York. So
We're
Camille,
checking into the hotel. So the whole horror story of the first hotel we were in, but we went across the city to stay at a different hotel. We're really happy to be checking into the hotel, and we see her right behind us in line. At the desk.
Yes. So
and we're like, oh, we must be in the right place.
Yeah, we're in the right place. So Camille and Tommy won Lifetime Achievement Award. Their whole team was there. That is their beautiful family, their son, their aunt and uncle. And then this is me and the executive director of PICP, which is Pacific Islander Community Partnerships. They put it on every year. This year was the 6th annual Polynesian Heritage Awards.
She's got so many outfits.
Yeah.
She is runway ready. Every event, she's got an outfit on, and it was like a homage to the Giants. It was bright orange outfit.
So that is Manufo, and then is it possible? Oh, and then that is Luisa Luvalu, who won the COA Ambassador Award. She is out of Sacramento. She's also part of TOFA, which is a community organization, nonprofit organization out of Sacramento. Go follow them on social media. But I was so happy that most of the recipients were there. They all deserve the award. But
that's a 23-year-old organization that does a lot of the same things. Like if you're familiar in the Bay, it would be like PIYA.
Yes.
Very similar, but 20 plus years.
Yes. It was great. And then this is Chris New. He won the Swamp Cat Artist of the Year. Congratulations to him. And then next to him is Lita, who is with Samoan Solutions, who are the recipients for the Polynesian Organization of the Year. So awesome for them. Congratulations to them. And that's Felofani, Emmanuel and Bonnie. But the male college athlete of the year was Jaden Ott. Female college athlete was Talana Lepolo. We're done with the pictures, or is that Vani? Oh, that is Vani, who is the program manager for Felofani.
Really well spoken. Did a great job when Naki ambushed her at the beginning of the event.
She's a professional. She's a professional.
She's good behind the mic.
Yes, she's good behind. She's good everywhere. And then, of course, that's the Felofani dancers, the kids that were dancing, the boys. They had a routine. So yeah, I think we covered that. Yeah, that was just some of the people that was the last part of Felofani. Maybe I should have put them in order because we're all over the place. But that again is some of the dancers. So it was a really good weekend. I had a great time at the Polynesian Heritage Awards. They had Tanel entertained. One was one of the entertainers. K Nova performed, and then Moana from the Jets performed, and she did a really great job. Reno did do a good job. Flo said Reno did a great job emceeing. He did. She was really impressed. Everyone did a great job, from Heavenly to Ryan, who is always in the back, and then Hammy, who always takes care of the bar with Oliva and Bing It. It's an all around great evening celebrating the community. It also kicks off AANHPI Heritage Month, or AAPI month.
What does it mean to you, Naki?
What does AANHPI month mean to me? We celebrate our community every day of like
Every month. Every month
365
is.
days, I believe we celebrate ourselves. And
I love
so
it.
for
What do you? I
um,
like it because it's like the culture's on the bigger stage, like because we go to events all year
Yeah.
long, we celebrate we have the show, all those kind of things, right?
Yeah.
We see it all the time.
Yeah.
But I like that, and as much as some companies struggle to to get both AA and the NHPI piece on stage for this month, as much as they do struggle,
they struggle.
it still is nice to see that we're at least part of the conversation, and we have the opportunity to raise our hand and say, hey, it is our month too.
Yeah.
So I like that the spotlight's there, but I think the fact that we celebrate every day, every week, every
we do
month
need our
of the
own
year.
month, though. We do need our own month because we have nothing in common with the AA. Just nothing in common with the AA in that AA NHPI celebration month. And they, I mean, we have nothing in common.
Well, if you
Period.
think about we're the smallest group, right? And the AA is the biggest group. Not white people that are the biggest group in the world. It's you take Asia and China and India together.
Yeah.
There's half the population of the planet.
But in my opinion, the NHPI part is always not celebrated in I can't say it without being offensive. It's not celebrated in the white world. Let me just
come so far.
Right. It's
normally
not,
she just belt that out.
In my opinion, the PI part is always like we say it, but it's not celebrated or recognized in certain areas.
Well, there's a whole piece of us that, as Pacific Islander people, that there are all kinds of Pompeian, Coast Ryan, Yapese.
We're Polynesian, Melanesian.
Everybody's, not everybody, but the Polynesians, especially the Samoans, like those, you see them on the world stage a lot. But there's Pacific Islander groups that, for the most part, a lot of the world has never even heard about. And that's why we need our own month. That's why we really
need our own month. And really, like when people say Pacific Islanders, the first thing that comes to a lot of people's minds is Polynesians, right? Hawaiian, Samoan, Tongan, Tahitian, French Polynesia. When really, there's
Pacific Islanders.
Pacific Islanders are Polynesian, Melanesian, Micronesian, and really Pacific. The most Polynesia or Pacific Islanders is the Melanesian group. There's more Melanesian Pacific. They're the biggest, population in the Pacific Islands. So it's kind of funny to me that people, when they celebrate, in my opinion, when they celebrate AA NHPI month, it's, do you know any Hawaiian dance? We are more than Hawaiian dance. We celebrate, we tell stories with our hands. Of course, that's awesome, but there's more to us than just our dancing. There's more to us than just our dancing. So I don't know. I just...
Well, and for us to go deeper into that, it's going to take more focus.
More like it's not gonna happen overnight. I think this fight has been going on for a long time. I'm happy that we are included in AA NHPI month, but
you know what I like? I like there were 13 Pacific Islanders in the draft.
Yeah.
At least in the people that were drafted, right? In the early rounds, they had their names down.
Yeah.
And
well, we talked about that before,
big thing,
right?
Like they actually know. I can't just say.
People actually take the time to learn how to pronounce. At least they're close, names. Right?
You know what I mean? At least they're close. They had an interview with Troy Faltanu about his name. They said, "Well, what's the worst one? Like, what's the worst pronunciation?" And he said, "Yeah, some of it doesn't even make sense. They just said they just switched the N and the T. And they're like Fanatu." And he's like, "If you look at the name." Like you don't even know how to.
You're not even trying.
You're not even trying. But for the most part, people
are making an effort. Are making an effort to pronounce. Because like when Tua Tagovailoa, when he first got on the field in college, like they were like, "Oh, coming out."
Tua Tagovailoa.
I was like, "Oh, okay, yo, was practicing that because back when I was growing up, they were smashing the names.
Sopo,
Right.
Manu was in the league, and that was hardly ever said right.
Yeah. And so I like that now they're making an effort because we're growing. We're the fastest growing ethnic group.
Ethnic minority.
There you go.
In the United States.
Yes. And so
which means we get those programs like Failofani where we're focusing on our youth.
Right.
Those are important, especially for our group because we have such a young population.
Oh yeah. And now that we're creating our own awards, celebrating ourselves, we're creating our own spaces, we're forcing ourselves onto tables where we weren't invited before. So and we're still not invited.
Before we waited for a table to be at the chair. Now we'll just show up with our own chair.
No,
we'll just show up with a chair and sit down.
So yeah, I mean, what does it mean to me? I'm happy that people are celebrating and recognizing, they're making a point for this month to celebrate or try to understand what our culture or who our people are. So yeah,
I had so I was laid off from my job on the beginning of April, but I was on the committee for like Black History Month, Women's History Month, Asian, AANHPI month. So we had already put together the speakers for May this month, and there weren't any Pacific Islanders on there. Last year, I basically took it over with Dr. Samoa, myself. And this year I was like, I'm just going to sit back but then when I sat back, that's what I noticed. When I wasn't there to say, no, it's going to be Dr. Samoa. I'll be doing this conference, I'll be the moderator. And then they had a conversation.
Now that you're not there,
even when I was there though, when I sat back, the names filled up. There were 6 speakers, right? Bam. All Asian. And I was like, okay, hold on. It's AANHPI month. So we're going to need to get some PIs on here. So I had gotten a Tongan store manager from Southern California, and I'd put his name in. I was going to be the moderator for it. And then when I got let go, I remember thinking, man,
they're going to cut him loose.
I called him back. I called the board director back that was doing it. And he said, no, we're going to keep Michael's. Michael's going to be one of the candid conversations.
Look at you. You called them after you got laid off.
But the difference, what I was trying to point out was last year when it was like, I was pushing hard. Like it's going to be Dr. Samoa. There's only 2 speakers. And they ended up only doing 1. It was Dr. Samoa. And then they did 2 candid conversations. And I was one of those. So I was the moderator for Dr. Samoa. And then I was one of the directed conversations next.
Yeah.
That was what I was pushing it.
Yeah.
This year, even when I was on the committee and I just said, okay, I'm not going to be as aggressive this time, man, it just filled up all Asian.
Yeah.
And then where they were like, well, who do you think we could get? I'm like, I got doctors, lawyers, scientists. Like, I'm just trying not to be, but it's almost like if we don't push, right?
Yeah.
It's just not going to happen. It's not going to happen on its own.
Yeah. I have been in circles. We have create our own spaces. Yes, we do. And we do. We create our own spaces. We have our own place to celebrate our culture and teach our kids, SCDC, Samoan Solutions. AMU has a space now, all kinds, and so, I think we just have to, I know I need to do better at, but they asked me to talk in a space, I can't say where. They asked me to talk at a space, and then they didn't put me on the agenda because I was the angry brown one. I was like, "You ain't recognizing us, and we need to sit at the table." So I was cut off the agenda.
That's Naki that's mellowed out.
Yeah,
that's not Naki from a couple years ago.
They cut me out, and that's me. Yeah. Anyway, so let's move on before I get fired.
Angry brown one. We can't get fired here.
Yeah. No. I'm just. We need to speak up. I need to speak up. Yeah.
I mean, so unapologetically too. Like,
I'm very unapologetic, and I'm not really good with my words. I use fuck a lot, so that's it.
Just throw that out there.
Yeah, I use that a lot. So, and then you comes after it. So, that could be a reason. But anyway, we had a good time at Felafani Festival. Thank you to Vani and her whole team for inviting us. PICP, their team, Manufo, Liainga Noai and her team. Thank you so much for a great evening. I'm always humbled when they ask us to cover the red carpet, and we have fun on the red carpet. And so we get to talk to a lot of people. You know, I'm chitter chatter. So I talk to everybody. So it's kind of, you know, it's good.
You're waha like that.
I talk too much. Yeah. So that was, you know, and then last week, was it last week? Friday, I had gotten bula pies. Okay. So if you didn't see my video, go see my bula pies video where they had a soft opening. That's what you call it. Soft opening in Vallejo. Bula pies. They're in Vallejo on Springs Road, 2568 Springs Road, Vallejo.
You know that by heart. Right?
I know that by heart because I've been there a million times already to get my pies.
You were there. We have been by there a couple of times because we were like, is it open?
They were the city had stalled them out, but they're open. And so we went to go, I went to go get pies. And then I had my microphone with me. So I was like, oh, do you mind if I talk to you? So I talked to Lysandra and Stino, who are the owners of Bula Pie. And they were so grateful that we stopped by. And so they're a really, really nice couple. If you are in Vallejo, even if you're not in Vallejo, child, go get you some pies. They had beef stew, chicken curry, veggie curry, mama lamb, and it has sweet potato in it. I'm not a lamb person, but I did have the lamb pie. It was so good. So good. So yeah, I'm a lamb person now. They have a pineapple pie, and then they have mincemeat and cheese. It's like a pierogi, but it's not. And they have a flaky crust. Go get your pies. So they reached out to say thank you for speaking about their pies. So it was really good.
That feel good.
It did feel good. It did feel good because we don't get paid for this, and we don't want to. I mean, it's just something we've been doing since 2017, promoting people's businesses, and to know that it's actually helping, it makes my heart warm. And then we did Snacky with Nacky. Actually, we did it last week, and then I've been so busy. We just did the video yesterday and then posted it this morning. And we tipped Oscar, who was at 1933 Kitchen and Bar in Sassoon. We tipped him $455 for round 28. So thank you to everyone who donated 50 cents for round 28. And then he and his family just opened this restaurant.
1933
bar. 1933 is when alcohol became legal.
Oh, I thought it was the year the Steelers were founded. I thought that was what it was named for. Because it was 1933.
Yeah. Anyway, 1933 is also when his grandfather was born. So I said, go with that story. Go with that story. That's the year your grandfather was born.
Steelers.
Yeah. So they're nice family. Thank you. Thank you, Nainoa. It's supposed to be the other one. Boo, boo. There you go. Ooh. Nice family. His name is Oscar. He was so grateful for the money because they're new. So it wasn't crowded in there. And they had a soft opening. You know, they're trying to figure things out, see what works. Tokimoana did that. They had a soft opening to see what people like.
Work out the bugs, make sure the cash register works, make sure all the just kind of fly with the kind of training wheels until you have your grand.
Yeah. So we tipped Oscar $455. And you guys are so amazing. Without me even asking to start round 29, people started sending me money. I have $210 right now and 50 cents. That's people just from this morning. So that's already half of what we already had given away at round 28. So thank you so much to everyone who has donated and given your 50 cents.
And the crowd.
The
in-studio crowd likes that.
Yes. Calm down, audience. Calm down. So, yeah, we're going to hit you went to the Pacer Poly night?
I went to the Pacer Poly night. It was they had dance and food and vendors. The Office of Samoan Affairs was there. I got to talk to quite a few people there. And it's interesting because they just had a similar event at Elk Grove the week before
Oh, nice.
for Pacific Islanders, Polynesians.
Yeah.
And so that's for those of you that know Sacramento, Elk Grove is way in the south.
Mhm.
And the Grant Union Pacers are in Del Paso Heights,
Yeah.
way in the north. So it's nice to see and I was talking to some of the community organizations there. Smash and Grab Lemonade. Dennis, the owner there, was talking about how originally he was doing restaurant food like L&L,
Mm-hmm.
and they kind of stepped back from that to do the lemonade. And now he's like, no, I
Nice.
think I
That's
think
it.
we're doing the lemonade. So it was really cool. A lot of crazy good food there.
Mhm.
PI Polynesian food.
Ooh.
Tofa Inc. was there.
Oh, nice.
I got to talk to, gosh, I forgot her name, Tongan lady.
Mm.
And that's how I knew that earlier you were talking about them. I'm like, they've been doing it for 23 years.
Nice.
So it's nice to see those long-term organizations out there. So I think we're going to get a little bit more plugged into the Pacific Islander community in Sacramento and look to do some of our programming.
Yes. Office
Sacramento
of
County.
Samoan Affairs reached out to us and invited us yesterday to the graduate. And a good thing, Carl lives in Sacramento. So I said, okay, hold on, let me see. And so it just so happened to fit with your schedule.
ton of Samoans and Tongans go to Grant. So they've been a pipeline to a ton of D1 schools. Darren Paulo,
Nice.
my friend's son who went to the University of Utah, is a former Pacer.
Nice.
A couple of people have
Were
gone
they
to the
there?
NFL. No, I did not see them, but it's nice to see. Grant's a small school, but they play. A lot of the smaller schools that they play have said, because they have that, such a big influence of the Polynesians, that they should play up. They should play in a division with bigger schools. And in the 80s and 90s, it was such a tough place that there were some schools that I remember when I was going to college, there was a high school that didn't want to go to Grant on Friday night because they felt like their kids weren't safe because of all the gang problems that were there. And Grant, Mike Alberghini, the coach, said, fine, we'll play it on Saturday at your school.
Right.
So not on Friday night, we'll play it on Saturday. And he brought them down there and beat them like 60-something or something.
Don't matter where you play. You got whooped anyway.
You're afraid to come to our school, we'll come to yours.
We're going to come to your school and whoop you at your school.
It's one of those gritty schools that there are a ton of PIs that go to that school. So it's nice to see them engaging with the PI community.
I see PD is on. Hey, PD, we're going to see PD tomorrow at SEDC for Pacific and Focus Cohort 2, their photo gallery of the students that they teach. That will be happening tomorrow. Reach out to them. I ain't going to tell you what time.
Don't want to say the wrong time.
Yeah, me and Men have been running around trying to get stuff together for the students' photo gallery that's happening tomorrow. So it's their cohort 2. I'm proud of PD and Mena. They've been doing a great job. So I'm looking forward to that. Mata and Jeff and all the other students that have been participating. I'm looking forward to seeing their photos highlighted or
it's always done really
being
well.
Presented.
It's always presented really well. I was surprised when Jimena did, was it Teoleva? The story that you can tell.
Yes, with just a picture.
Placed, what pictures they are of, and those kind of things.
Right.
So yeah, if you got a minute and you're in the city tomorrow night,
go
by and check it out at SCDC.
Yeah. Maybe. Maybe it's really for SCDC staff, the kids and their families, and our collaborative families. So I'll take pictures. I'll let you know. I'll come back next Thursday and tell you all about it. The kids are excited to share their photos and what they've learned. So yeah, I'm excited about that. Let's go to community announcements.
I think you're up.
There you go. Community announcements. Let's see what we got. Junior
robotics robotics.
Yeah.
That I do
So
not
yeah,
see.
that's happening. Register. Pi Fest is putting on junior robotics limited spots. Register now by clicking the link in their bio. It's free classes, grades K to 5th grade. Hit them up on Instagram. It's We Are Pi Fest.
Swap and Shop, a sneaker expo makers market happening in collaboration with Ohlone College. Flea market is happening Saturday, May 11th from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Ohlone College in Fremont. This is a free event for all ages. For more information or to be a vendor, follow at collective.soles on Instagram.
Mark your calendars for May 11th. That's this Saturday as Pacifica Health and Unity Day unfolds, presented by All My Usos Fatasi in collaboration with SCDC and SF Hep B Free. This event promises a day of health awareness and solidarity, completely free for all attendees. There will be health vendors and community-based organization booths, kickball, extreme step, and hot Siva. Attendees can participate in raffles and other interactive experiences. We look forward to welcoming you at this vibrant event.
The Kumu Hula Association of Northern California presents May Day Festival 2024 in Hayward, happening May 11th, downtown Hayward, California, from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. Entertainers featuring Reno Anawai, The Servants, Native Elements, Mr. Migo, The Vitals 808 are some of the performers there. This is a free event, so make your way to downtown Hayward, and that is busy day. That is May 11th as well.
Find your way to one of those events. Pacific Islanders. Pacific Islands Together invite you to their annual event, Shine Family Day, commemorating its remarkable 10th year anniversary. Join us on Saturday, May 18th from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. at Gellert Park in Daly City. Your day will be filled with a day of festivities, celebrating community spirit and togetherness. For further details, follow Pacific Islands Together on Instagram. Mark your calendars for an unforgettable day of fun, laughter, and unity at Shine Family Day. We will see you there.
New event, new venue. Same event,
Gellert
new
Park.
venue. Yeah.
Yes.
Normally it's at Jefferson High School.
Mhm.
Right? All right. Office of Samoan Affairs and Fresh Off the Boat present Open Mic Night, Speak Your Truth, amplifying Pacifica voices through poetry, music, and dancing. This is May 18th at Fresh Off the Boat in Sacramento. Follow them on IG for the details. I was talking to the pastor about that, and they're expecting a big turnout. So May 18th, Fresh Off the Boat. See you there.
Nice. Attention Pacific Islander youth currently enrolled in high school and transitional aged youth 18 to 24 of the San Francisco Bay Area. The Ta'ayala Youth Exchange Program 2025 interest list is officially open. This is your opportunity to learn more about participating in participating in the 2025 delegation, organized by Samoan Solutions and Brown Girl Woke, and embark on a transformative journey to Samoa. To sign up and discover how you can be a part of this amazing experience, simply scan the QR code on this flyer.
And last but not least, our favorite event of the summer is the third Saturday of August every year. All My Usos. This will be their 9th annual Family Day barbecue at Gilman Park in San Francisco. You can register your entire family if you plan on attending by clicking the link in their bio. There will be free food, resources, family activities, face painting, STEM activities, haircuts, backpacks, all kinds of stuff. So much more. We will see you there. Always a pleasure to see Cree and her all My Usos team do their thing.
Yep. I'm part of that team this year. That's why we're booked and busy. That's a great event. It's been going on for 9 years. 500 to 600 people show up there. It's a free event. Bring your kids out. It's a free family event. Jumpers, carnival games for free.
There's
free food.
All free food.
Free food, like not just
all things
a
dipped?
stick. Yeah,
all
there's
things dipped?
Yeah, all things dipped, giveaways, samples of what they sell. Kiss My Boba, Panina's mixes are there. There's a photo booth, and there's an actual barbecue. Cheeseburgers, hamburgers.
If you're lucky,
there's
potato salad.
crab potato salad. I mean, they have tons and tons of food. They feed over 500 people every year. It's a great event. It's open to the public. If you see the flyer, if you're hearing our voices, you are invited.
There you go.
There you go. So we'll see you there.
Well,
so there you go. That's us for the week. This coming week, you'll see us at Pacific Health Unity Day. We're going to stop at the Kumu
Hula event. Kumu Hula Association of Northern California.
Yes. Next week, we'll have the Pacific Community of Alaska on. We will have Taffy and Mavis, who will be joining us to talk about all the amazing programs that they do.
Hey, if you didn't know how many and how vibrant the Pacific Islander community is in Alaska, tune in next week, because it will blow your mind, all the things they have going on there.
Yes.
Not to mention the Pacific Health Gathering coming up, and we'll let them tell the story of that. But there's going to be hundreds of people showing up for that event in October later this year. So definitely tune in next week and hear about all the amazing things they got going on up there in Alaska.
Yes. And the next cohort for Pacifica in Focus is happening at Job Corps at Treasure Island. So if you're interested, hit us up. You can join the class. I think they have like 15 students already signed up there. They'll be at PI Way this summer. So they booked and busy.
What a great story Petey Toy Lolo has been. If you haven't checked out his interview with Uso Ron on 30 to Life,
go check out that interview.
But to see, it's inspiring to see somebody say, I'm gonna do things different,
right?
And dive into the community and see how well the community opened their arms and embraced him. That's a great story. And like I said, go check out that interview on another great PI channel, 30 to Life with Uso Ron.
Yeah, and you need to answer your emails, Ron. You need to answer your emails, damn it. So anyway, moving on. We next week, Pacific Community of Alaska will be on. Like we said, Taffy and Mavis. I'm coming for you. We will see you on Saturday, either in Hayward or in San Francisco. We're going to shove a mic in your face. I advise you to take it or get beat.
Get hit with a mic or speak into it.
Get beat. And our question will be, what does AA and HPI mean to you? So follow us on all social media outlets. I'll be in your face like all weekend long. It's ugly.
I'll have the camera, and Nak, you'll have the mic, and we'll be chasing you.
It's ugly. So we will see you this Saturday in San Francisco. We will see you everywhere. So anyway, did we add this?
Did we what?
Oh, okay. I'm talking to myself. I'm so sorry. We're here.
What's going on over there?
I'm booked and busy. My head is booked and busy. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you again to Felafani Festival, Vani and her team for having us this weekend. Also, thank you to Pacific Islanders Community Partnership, PICP, Munfo Liang on Hawaii and her team for having us do the red carpet. We look forward to seeing everyone this weekend. Come back to Faika with us.
Love you all.